Good evening, Assalamu alaikum. I'm your host for this evening, Dhakir Dawood. Welcome back to the Friday Night Live show. Well, we're chatting all things sport this evening. I've got the South African national men's hockey team with me. They're going to be, well, their captain and one of the youngsters in the team that looks to cement his place in that squad and possibly follow in the footsteps of one of the most capped men's goalkeeper in South African hockey. I'm going to be chatting to Rassie Pieterse and Dayaan Cassium, who's going to be telling us all about the campaign to get to the Olympics, what it took to qualify to the Olympics, and what's the mood like in the camp. What a cliche question, but it's always nice and interesting hearing from athletes about what's the vibe like in an Olympic year. Yes, the Olympics has been set out by a bit, but this gives the Olympic team more time to raise funds for them to achieve their goal. Well, let's hear more from the gentlemen themselves as they tell us all about their ambition, their passion, and what exactly they have planned for 2021. Rassie, good evening. Thanks for joining me this evening, and the same for you, Dayaan.
Good evening.
Yeah, firstly, thanks for having us. We really appreciate it. And yeah, keen to share the knowledge and ideas of what our way forward to the Olympics.
Well, it's always nice hearing from the youthful guys sharing ideas and the way forward. Normally, the experienced campaigners are always the ones to share things like that. Rassie, I mean, you've been quite a while in the setup with the Olympic team. I mean, your journey exactly. I mean, tell us about it. Your time period being in the men's hockey team. What was it like?
Yeah, I mean, I've been very fortunate. I've been lucky as a youngster. I was maybe just a little bit older than Dayaan. I went to Beijing Olympics and then carried on my career. Went to London Olympics. Unfortunately, in Rio they didn't send us. So I've been part of a few campaigns and I think like any sportsman, doesn't matter if you're a hockey player, tennis player, or swimmer, that is the pinnacle of your career. That's the world stage where everybody is the fittest he is in his life. And that's I guess one of the competitions in the world where we really want to win gold. So it's an incredible opportunity to go to the Olympics, first of all. And it's just an amazing experience. So I've been very, very fortunate, but also still very, very hungry to get to Tokyo this year and hopefully make South Africa proud.
No, definitely. I have no doubt that you'll make us proud. But just by qualifying, you already made the nation so proud. However, there is a long way to go. Dayaan, I mean, as the youngster in the squad, what was it like being surrounded by such experienced campaigners? And now you find yourself heading to the Olympics.
Yeah, it's always amazing to have the likes of Rassie Erasmus and Tim Drummond, who's our captain. Lots of experience around you. It's always cool because getting into the national team, it's not always easy, and the getting guided by them is always cool because they've been there, they know what it is like to be there, and it's really been amazing. I remember the first time I got my national camp, and like I say, Rassie over there, always helping me and guiding me, the way forward, and just telling me how it is to play for the national team. So it's been really amazing.
And Rassie, I mean, your role that you've played, obviously guiding the youngsters in the squad, when did it actually strike you that you have to start taking the baton now and guiding the youngsters and making their journey in the national team colors much easier than it was for you?
Yeah, I think it happens quite seamless. I mean, I remember when I was a youngster, and the players that you had to like really reach out to help you through the good times, and also help you through the tough times, and mostly just to keep your feet on the ground and try to learn as much as possible in the shortest amount of time. And for us, you get to a certain part of your career that it's all about the team. So if I can pass on any kind of knowledge or any kind of advice to a team member, and that to any team member, doesn't matter what age it is, we do that, and having so much talent coming through at the moment in South African hockey is just amazing. I mean, Dayaan and his youngster brother, just to see what these boys can do with a hockey stick and a hockey ball is just amazing. So whatever we can add to that, might be a tactical thing, might be a psychological thing, or any kind of motivation, or just some kind of guidance, we know it obviously doesn't just add to them as a team member, but it also just adds to the team. So it does create a big responsibility. But also, we just like, I think we've got such a good team culture at the moment. We really enjoy doing that, and we really like to share it. So I won't even say there's a seniority in the team. It's just like really being team members and really reaching out. And it's a few times where some of these youngsters, they don't even realize it, but they also teach us one or two things, to be honest.
Well, just over 150 caps under your belt. I'm sure that it must be interesting for a guy like Dayaan to obviously come into the setup and then educate and upskill the older guys in the team. Dayaan, what did you find moving from school hockey to the national team setup? What were some of the evident differences, and how have you positively contributed? How do you think that you've positively contributed towards the national team setup?
Yeah, so yeah, I always get asked this question, the difference between international and schoolboy. Yeah, schoolboy hockey is just, like they say, it's easy when you're in schoolboy hockey, but once you come to international level, it's much faster. Okay, the people are stronger. Okay, the experience is like amazing from everyone, and yeah, it's tough. Like no sport, like schoolboy sport is it's like easy, compared to international hockey or international sport, because everyone's training harder, everyone's fitter. When schoolboy hockey, after making a first team, I think then they're done playing. They don't push further to make an international team or go in a higher level. So yeah, international hockey or national sport in general is always tough. But I think with the likes of Rassie, Rasmus, like I said before, all the other players, experienced players, they've definitely guided us and made our lives easier. So yeah.
And I think it's quite an interesting point that you brought up there. The fact that a lot of people, in South Africa don't go on and further their careers after matric, because that's almost like the pinnacle for them, because there is no professional setup after schoolboy level. Rassie, I mean, you've been in the system for many years, and you guys are on your way to the Olympics. What was it like before? I know that you guys are raising funds for the Olympics as well, but I mean, what was the type of support and backing that you got previously, and how has that fallen away come 2021?
Yeah, I think it's quite tough being an amateur sport in South Africa. From a commercial point of view, I think corporate South Africa has been battling for many years. So sponsors has been really thin. Hockey and any other amateur sport is seen as any Cinderella sport. Most of the time the sponsors go to the big sports like soccer, rugby, and cricket. But I mean, we can be quite proud. I think we've always been punching above our weight class. I think if I go back to my career, right in the beginning, there was some sponsor that was going around, but it's always been, I would say in a kind of way semi-pro. So the guys always had to make sure that they get looked after university, or they got a side job. Or a lot of our players, I mean, most of our top players at the moment is playing in Europe, and it's all just from hand to mouth. So it's quite a tough career.
I think we just had a break-in signal there with Rassie. I'm not sure, but we would be. I think okay, we can hear you loud and clear. Oh, Rassie, can I ask you just to repeat that, please? We had a break-in signal there.
So yeah, I was saying it's like for hockey, any hockey player in South Africa, it's quite important to have something lined up for when your hockey career ends, because it can end at a very young age, because there's not a lot of money in hockey. We have a lot of our players playing in Europe, and it's not massive amount of money like the football players or the rugby players. So you really have to have a plan. It's quite important to build your career or build your studies on that. I think it also keeps you sane in a way, and also keeps you motivated and your head somewhere else too, not just on the hockey field. I think it's important to have a balanced life. So I've been lucky. I've got a very strict mom and dad. The day when I said I just want to play hockey, they made sure that I had to go to university and first get my qualification, and started a career. So I've been very fortunate. The kind of line of business I'm in, the sports industry. I absolutely love my job, and it also gives me some flexi time to pursue my hockey career further. So I've been fortunate to find a kind of mold where I could carry on and have such a long career.
It's amazing. It's amazing to hear from the experienced guy like yourself. What it takes to have longevity in a career like this. Dayaan, I mean, being young in the scene, what are your plans for the future, and how do you plan on taking the advice from a guy like Rassie and implement it on your sporting career?
Yeah, so yeah, amazing story. Rassie Erasmus over there, Rassie Pieterse, sorry. I'm currently playing my hockey overseas in Germany. I've been there for 2 seasons now. And yeah, like Rassie said, you always have to look at something, back falling onto. So I'm currently studying a sports management, diploma through college. So just to look like if I get injured or my career ends, then I have something to fall back on. So yeah, I'm just planning to get done with that diploma, and then thereafter see what lies ahead. Because yeah, like I always say, we can't make plans. We can't plan before. Only the Almighty or the person above you have plans. So yeah, we just have to stay positive and just go with the flow.
No, definitely. Talking about going with the flow, and I'm sure this is a situation that you wouldn't let go with the flow, and you guys are obviously taking control of the situation so that you can reach your goals come 2021. Rassie, the Olympics this year, speak to me. Tell me everything that we need to know so that us as South Africans can assist you in getting to the Olympics. I think, can you just unmute your mic there quickly, please?
Sorry. I think first of all, we just spoke about it, what the guys are putting into being a national player. It's more than just playing your sport and getting paid lots of money. It's actually you get up early in the morning, do your training, and then go to your day job or go to varsity and then start focusing again. I think we'll probably be the only national team at the Olympics out of the 12 teams in the whole world that can qualify that is probably not professional. So we are really competing against some big top teams there that's been together for many years, and they train at least once or twice together throughout the year. That's without their camps and their tours. So we don't get as much international exposure as the other teams. So I keep on saying that South Africa, if we can get this right, we are absolutely a sleeping giant. I think we can win a lot of gold medals in the future if we can get our structure right and we just get some funding behind us. I mean, the reality where we are right now is we know there's not a lot of funding going around. We know, we need to get to the Olympics. So we're not too sure how much we have to dig into our own pockets to get to the Olympics at the moment. We hope SASCOC can pull through and get us to Tokyo. But I think what everybody forgets about is you actually have to prepare to get to the Olympics, and that costs money. We need to get funds to go tour, to go play against top teams, and also top teams are coming here. We also need money for that. So at the moment we got quite a good culture in our team. The guys are training really hard. I mean, you can just see throughout COVID when the boys came back, when we started doing fitness tests, the boys kept fit through tough times. So the guys really dig deep. The guys are drinking out of a tap at the moment. But hopefully we can make everybody proud at the Tokyo Olympic Games. But we need funds to prepare to really go try to crack into get through our pool, crack into the quarterfinals, and hopefully get into a semi-finals. And who knows what can happen. So we started with matchkit.co, a campaign. It's actually been unbelievable. Mike Sharman, the founder of the company, and Brian Abana has reached out to all the sportsmen around South Africa, and especially to the hockey players, trying just to build the players' profiles and actually create some kind of awareness that, we're not just a national team and we're already on the plane and we got lots of money to prepare, but there's actually a reality behind the scenes where we need these kind of funds. We need this kind of support. It's a bit of a catch-22, in South Africa. A lot of sponsors think win the gold medal, then we'll give you money, but it works the other way around. You really need to invest into a team so we can prepare properly. We can train together as a team, try to pull the guys from all around the world together and play against some top sides. So they've been reaching out. We started this crowdfunding campaign about a week ago. We've been seeing a lot of support, and not just from South Africa. I've been seeing a lot of foreigners also paying some money into this account. So you can see there's a big reach out. People has fallen in love with this team over the last couple of years because they know our story and they know how tough it is, and they know that we are not professional like the other countries, but we are actually going out there. Last year we proved it, or the year before we went to India and we made the final in the World Series. We met all the criteria that SASCOC put us out there, and we still remain the African champions since ever I started playing. So it just shows you. So hopefully we can get that support, and hopefully something can happen quite quickly before we reach the next couple of weeks when we start our campaign building up to Tokyo.
No, definitely. And I mean, Dayaan, just coming to you now. I mean, what is it like, your preparation, obviously preparing, going towards the Olympics, and now all of a sudden you're not sure if you go into the Olympics or not due to funding reasons? I mean, has this mentally affected you in any way? And was there any negative connotation attached to your hockey playing career due to this?
No, definitely not negative at all. Like Sir Sir Rassie over there said, we just have to stay positive, right? No matter what happens, we just stay positive. And the work has been going well. We have had lots of Zoom calls with the team, just speaking about culture and the way forward. It's been amazing. We also had some cool workouts with the managers, with the sports coaches, and also just after lockdown has became better. We have been doing running on our own. We have been given trainings and stuff to do on our own. It's been positive. We're just trying to stay positive and not let those little things get to us, because at the end of the day, if you just stay positive, then I'm sure everything will be good for us.
Look, Dayaan, I mean, the Olympics is obviously happening later on this year, but with the Olympics being postponed after a year we had last year, and there's still murmurs and rumors about the Olympics possibly being shifted out, how do you guys prepare for a tournament like that, not knowing exactly when it's going to happen? Because we do know in the sports science world of things, you do need to go through a periodization process so that you guys can hit your peak when the tournament does come. How's that side of things going? I mean, it must be a nightmare for your fitness and your conditioning team to get you guys ready for a tournament you're not sure when it's going to happen.
It is tough that we don't know what's going to happen. But like I said before, we just have to stay positive no matter what. And I think our goal as South African hockey, or the coaches have spoken to us about, is it's not only the Olympics, it's what happens after the Olympics, like the World Cup, the Commonwealth Games that's going to happen. And also these tournaments that are coming up, like the Ajlan Shah Cup to Malaysia, we're playing against Namibia in May, so it's not only the Olympics, it's the tournaments around the Olympics. But I think hopefully, and we pray that the Olympics happens so that, the Team South Africa, or the South African men's team, can make the country proud there.
No, most definitely. And I mean, it's certainly looking bright in terms of the team going to the Olympics. There was confirmation from SASCOC earlier this week that Next is the new sponsor on board. Rassie, I mean, for a South African brand to sponsor the national team, quite an amazing feat, if you can call it that. What are some of the things that South Africa can assist you with in terms of getting ready for the World Cup, besides, the Olympics for that matter, besides funding?
Yeah, I think any athlete, we just want the support. It's one thing having money, but it's also just having the support of, not just your team members and your family, but having people behind us and understanding our journey. And we've seen that. I mean, the SA hockey community has been absolutely unbelievable. The kind of messages that we've been receiving the last couple of weeks on social media, where people actually realize what the scenario is at the moment, it's just amazing. So it helps us a lot from a playing point of view, and it motivates us. It gets you through the next training, it gets you through the next fitness test, and that's what we want to do. And like I say, we really want to go to the Olympics, and we want to prove something out there. And not just for ourselves, but also for all South African fans out there.
No, it's going to be quite interesting, quite exciting times. We're definitely looking forward to it. Dayaan, I mean, big year for you, big things coming for you, obviously, in terms of the hockey space. Like you've mentioned, there's so many tournaments around after the Olympics, building up towards the Olympics. With you being away from the team, has this hampered your preparation in any way?
Yeah, it has been a bit tough at the moment. Like if you look at the other countries like Holland and Germany and the rest of the people that are allowed to play, they've been together for, yeah, I think quite some time now. So it is a bit tough. But yeah, with the Zoom calls that we've been having, and yeah, like some of the guys in the Western Cape, yeah, we've been chatting and just, yeah, training together now that lockdown has been eased. So yeah, that's been helping a little bit. But when lockdown was tough, it's definitely like been a bit tough because yeah, we don't really see each other all the time as the national team. You know, we only really come together like a week before a tournament. So yeah, that's definitely a tough part. But yeah, like I said, we just have to stay positive and yeah, just back each other and back the process.
Well, you can be assured that the team at Salam Media are definitely backing you guys going towards the Olympics. Rassie, before we let you guys do go, I know that you've got, well, the Valley of the Waves is closed. I'm sure that the casino is waiting for you. But before we let you go, let us know exactly how South Africa can contribute towards this. Share all the details with us, please. And also, yeah, I mean, we'll take the conversation offline as well. Just pop me a WhatsApp. But for now, let the listeners and all the viewers of Salam Media know where they can get a hold of you and obviously contribute towards making your dream a reality.
Yeah, I mean, everybody can reach out to our crowdfund. It's matchkit.co. And then, of course, you can go find all the players on social media. Myself and Dayaan, we're all on Facebook and Instagram. I think all the players have posted their profiles on there. Mm-hmm. You can also go learn a bit about the players. Everybody's got their profile on there. They've got a bit of a CV on there and some messages out there. So go to matchkit.co. There you'll find a PayPal account where you can just click on it and you can donate a monthly fee or just a once-off fee, and anything is welcome from 1 cent to that 3.5 million rand is welcome. So yeah, so thanks a lot from Salam Media. We really appreciate all the support. Yeah, and it's great chatting to you guys a bit of hockey, and hopefully we can show something positive to you guys in the next couple of months.
No, definitely. We're certainly looking forward to following your journey going towards the Olympics and find out a bit more from you guys what it's like inside the camp building up towards the Olympics. Dayaan, before we obviously let you guys go, any final words from your side for the hockey-loving South Africans that just want to stay in the loop with what's happening in the camp?
Yeah, like Rassie said over there, just guys, feel welcome to message any of us and just go onto our profiles, Instagram, Facebook, no matter what. And yeah, please get behind the boys. Yeah, we really want to make you guys proud. And yeah, like I said to my dad or other people, like if the South African rugby team can do it, why can't the hockey guys do it? So yeah, please get behind us, please support us, and yeah, we'll make you guys proud.
Well, definitely there you've heard it from the hockey guys themselves, from the women in the team to the youngster. If the South African rugby team could do it, getting victory in Japan, what is stopping them from going for gold when they do go to the Olympics in Japan later on this year? Gentlemen, thank you for your time this evening. I hope you have a great evening further, and we certainly will be sharing those details so that the rest of South Africa can make the contribution in getting you towards the Olympics.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. That was Rassie Pieterse and Dayaan Cassium telling us about what it's like to be an amateur hockey player in South Africa, yet you're competing at the highest level. They will be representing South Africa at the Olympics in 2021, later this year, that is, in Japan. Quite interesting to hear from them exactly what is going on and how South Africans can contribute to making their dream a reality and obviously getting them towards the Olympics later this year. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be chatting to referee Akona Makalima. She's going to be telling us all about her PSL journey and what it's like to be a professional referee in South Africa. Not just a professional referee, but one of the first female professional referees in South Africa. Stay tuned to Salam Media. We're going to be chatting to her all about her journey after the break.